what's going on, everybody? Leigh Dickey here, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and welcome to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Please do follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Leigh T. Dickey, and visit my official website, leightdickey.com. If you would, please subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia. Please do comment, like, subscribe, and share on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts as well. Please and thank you. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us out a lot. But thanks for tuning in to the Leigh Dickey TV YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Now let's get on to today's video. CBS is making some changes to its fall lineup, moving NCIS to Mondays to be a lead-in for the new NCIS Hawaii. I tell you all about it next. Alright, so yes, CBS has announced that it is moving the parent NCIS, the main show starring Mark Harmon, Sean Murray, and a whole host of others, Wilmer Valderrama, Emily Wickersham, to Mondays starting this fall at 9 o'clock to serve as a lead-in for NCIS Hawaii. Now, to be honest, my opinion, I think they should have given the NCIS Hawaii spin-off like a more Hawaiian-sounding name. Like, NCIS Pearl was good. NCIS Oahu, maybe give it something that centers it to Hawaii instead of just NCIS Hawaii. Like, I know NCIS New Orleans, which was just canceled and it just wrapped up its 7-season run on CBS. Like, yeah, I mean, I didn't mind that name. You could have just called it NCIS Big Easy or something. NCIS Crescent, maybe. That's just my opinion, right? Like, I think it needs a more centric name to the place that it is produced out of, or the place that it's set out of, right? Like, I know NCIS itself is set out of the Washington, D.C. area and the surrounding Maryland and other states, but, like, if you're going to spin it off, like, you got NCIS Los Angeles. I mean, NCIS Hollywood maybe wouldn't have worked so well, but NCIS L.A., sure, fine. But when it comes to NCIS New Orleans, I know it just wrapped up after 7 seasons on CBS, but NCIS Crescent, and then NCIS Hawaii, you could have called it something like NCIS Oahu or NCIS Pearl. That's a name that's been floating around out there. But I think it should have had a more Hawaiian sounding name. That's just my opinion. But according to this article from TVinsider.com, CBS is moving the parent show, NCIS, starring Mark Harmon, Emily Wickersham, Wilmer Valderrama, Sean Murray, and a whole host of others, to Mondays at 9 o'clock starting in the fall to be a lead-in to the new NCIS Hawaii, which is going to be led by Vanessa Lachey. Now, like, to my recollection and to my knowledge, NCIS has always been on Tuesdays since its premiere. Like, I know it was spun off of JAG in its 8th season. I think the episodes, if you want to go watch how NCIS was created, I think the episodes in the 8th season of JAG are Ice Queen and Meltdown. But getting back to NCIS moving to Mondays to sort of serve as a lead-in for NCIS Hawaii, I don't have a problem with it. I'm surprised that they're moving, you know, day slots, or at least, like, in terms of days of the week when it's going to air. Because as far as I know, my recollection, it's always aired on Tuesdays. And, you know, Tuesday, because I have a television production background and have worked in TV, that's notoriously, like, the biggest day of the week if you want the most viewers. And NCIS constantly brings in anywhere from, say, 13 to 20 million viewers a week. Now, with it moving to Monday, the viewership, I think, might dip. But I think the NCIS fan base is strong enough to handle a move to a different day, and I think that, you know, the fandom is strong to the point where, like, people will watch it Granted, I don't think as many people will. Like I said, Tuesday, in my opinion, and as somebody who's worked in television production, will always be the big day for the big viewership numbers. But I think that, again, the NCIS fan base is strong enough to handle a move to a different day. Now, when it comes to what is, say, moving into the Tuesday time slots, it's going to be an all Dick Wolf extravaganza on CBS, because FBI is taking over all the primetime time slots on Tuesdays. You have FBI, FBI Most Wanted, and FBI International. So that is going to take place sometime in the fall. And speaking of NCIS, an alum, Michael Weatherly, whose new show, or why he left NCIS at the end of season 13, Bull, which was just renewed for season 6, I think, is actually moving to Thursdays at about 10 o'clock. I think that's when it's going to air. And then again, lastly, the last thing I'm going to tell you is the CSI Vegas revival, which was just picked up for series and has added 2 more cast members, which I did videos on both topics, is going to air on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock on CBS. But that is what's going on with NCIS, the parent show, and NCIS Hawaii. I will list and link the article with all this news and much more in the description and show notes below, so you can read it all and enjoy it for yourselves. But thanks again for watching. I've been Leigh Dickey. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. We will see you next time. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube. Please remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share as well. Please do subscribe to both my podcasts, the Beats and Speaks podcast and Yo Nostalgia, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or your favorite podcast app and player of choice. Leave us a 5-star rating and review as well. Follow the fun on social media at Leigh T. Dickey. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And find out more information about me on my official website, leightdickey.com. All the links are in the description and show notes down below. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Leigh Dickey, comedian, actor, producer, reviewer, and we will see you next time. Peace!